Yes, another day.
Another day. Brock, whenever you were at Westlake, you signed your letter of intent. You thought you were coming here to play for Coach Smart. A couple weeks ago, Vince, the last week happened, you thought you'd be playing for Chris Beard. How did that process maybe help you realize through transition what you need to do and what helps the team most?
For me, the process hasn't changed through Shock Smart leaving the program to now Beard. Back in high school, I chose the university, and my day-to-day has been the same, just try to give practice and games everything I have.
For Marcus, for all three of you, what was the defensive practice like on Thursday that Rodney was talking about? Said y'all didn't do any offense. And is there a part of a defensive practice that is the most grueling or grinding part? Marcus, you start.
Yeah, obviously we weren't proud of our defensive performance when we played K-State here at home. So, it was nothing that we didn't already expect. We kind of knew, we probably weren't going to touch a ball today unless we were stealing it or rebounding it on defense. But, no, it was a great practice for us. We definitely got better, worked on what we needed to work on, and I feel like we carried that into Oak State, and that's why we had the performance that we did.
Timmy?
For any of you,
Can I just get the other two to answer that?
Like you said, just try and get back to the basics. We're trying to hang our hat on the defensive end of the court, and that's what we put our effort and time into and practice on last week. So we just saw it translate to the game this weekend.
We knew we had something we needed to work on after the Kansas State game, got better at it, turned around, had a good defensive showing this weekend.
sorry about the interruption, but not to get into the legal case, but a month ago you guys were playing in one situation in the program. You wake up one day and things have changed dramatically. I'm wondering just kind of how upsetting was that? What did you guys have to work through? How did you come together as a team to deal with the fact that a coach was suspended and then he was gone, and just playing through that period? Take me through that a little bit.
Well, we found out like how everybody else found out. So obviously there was an initial shock, a surprise, just confusion, not knowing what's going on. But at the same time, especially even that day, we had a game to play, and we still have a season to have. So we've always been talking about since I got here, at least, control what you can control. There's going to be a lot of either distractions or outside noise coming in different forms, and unfortunately this one just happened to come with our head coach. But at the end of the day, we were still a team. We still had goals that we wanted to get to, and we still have to work towards that. And after we kind of got over the initial shock of whatever was going on, we kind of just banded together and said, look, we're still the same team and we still have the same goals and nothing's going to change.
Going back to that morning, just coming together as a team before we got to shoot around, saying that it's still our team. We're an older team. We'll be able to weather any storm and come out and keep playing the same basketball we had. Nothing has changed in sort of our goals or the team that goes out on the court and wins every game or competes every game.
Yeah, obviously getting past the initial shock, but we just wanted to come together and control what we can control. Us older guys trying to look out for the young guys and be there and just trying to spread whatever kind of leadership and voice we can give to them and just try to be helpful. Like you said, we had a game that day. We had to get ready for it, so there was no time to really sulk or get in our feelings about it. So it was just next man up mentality, and we had a job to do that night. So that's what we were looking at to do.
For Bob, for all three of you, what is different without Chris?
Not his presence. Playing for Coach Beard past year and a half almost, you just kind of get used to his presence. His coaching style, obviously. But at the same time, our whole entire staff was an active staff. We didn't really have a staff where it was just Coach Beard coaching and everybody else was in the background. So it's been a pretty comfortable transition, just, getting used to or I shouldn't say we don't really have to get used to anything. You know, all the coaches are still doing their jobs, coaching the same way that they have. Obviously, we're missing coaches' presence, but you know, like I said, as a team and as a coaching staff as well, a whole program, our expectations and our standards are still the same. So we still come out every day looking to work as hard as we can. We still come out every game looking to win every single game. So as far as mentality or anything like that, it hasn't really changed.
Is there, what difference do you guys see?
I mean, we have a coach league program, and it's a small change, but as Marcus said, we have every assistant we have was a head coach, so they know how this goes. And the older guys were able to lead and kind of take some of that by showing what we need to do each day and in games, just showing the young guys.
Terry, go ahead.
Yes, I mean, this could be for all three, or if somebody wants to take it. So as you have been, coached by Coach Terry, and as you're trying to become a better basketball player and a better team, can you share some of the insights that he's specifically done to help you become that better player and that better team through this last year and a half?
I think Coach Terry's always done a good job. Since the jump, since last year, of just coaching and coaching the way he knows how to and inspiring us. He's always been someone I can lean on and go to for advice or, basketball information. And so it's nothing new for us. He slid right in and done a great job. But he's always been a defensive-minded coach. And coming into practice after the K-State game, that's what he attacked. And it's no surprise that we came and executed against Oklahoma State. So, Coach Terry does a great job, and there's no surprise that we're doing what we're doing with him here. So that's it, really.
I know there's often a lot of voices in a timeout huddle, that type of thing, but has there been a major difference seeing him lead those huddles, or is there anything of note now that he's the guy in that middle chair instead of standing and, offering little bits of, usually he would offer stuff for Coach Beard, now he's leading that huddle. Any major difference in how those go?
Not so much. It's just next man up. Coach Beard is out. RT fills the gap, and then the assistants tell him stuff. And and again, player-led team. The older guys have done a good job of helping lead those huddles and carry us through those big moments in games.
Chip, for Brock and Timmy, Dylan Mitchell, big, active game, 12 rebounds. The younger guys, you guys were talking about how you have to lead the younger guys. What have you seen in him, and what's your responsibility as veterans to get him there?
It's just fun seeing D-Mitch play with joy. When he plays with joy and plays with a motor, high activity, he's a really good player, and it's really good for us. Him and Terrio had a great game on Saturday on the defensive end, just disrupting and rebounding and just being attackers out there. So that's good for us. And those are guys that we wanna help as much as we can. So they're doing a great job for us. We're just trying to make it as easy on them as we can.
Yeah, those two guys have a bright future in this sport. We're just trying to give them the knowledge that we've learned over 6, 5, and 5 years in college. Just give them a little step up on the other competition. But both those guys love the game, and it's awesome to see that love coming out in success on the court during games.
This was Brock. Coach talked about how you've been growing so much. In the 3-1 game, you had a big shot against OK State. Like, what has that mentality been for you personally, taking those type of shots, especially behind the arc?
Just shooting with confidence. The only reason I was able to get open in that game is because I've got great players around me. Marcus drew 2. They had to respect Jabari in the corner, and that's why I was able to get that 3 off. But just having the confidence and working every day and working within the offense.
Marcus, I know you guys have talked all through the offseason about how close this team is, how together y'all are. Everything that's transpired the last few weeks, has it brought you guys closer together, where keeping the circle tight and kind of forging ahead?
Yeah, 100%. Kind of like Brock's been saying, the coaches preached to us from early on, and definitely something we wanted to carry in from last year was us just being a player-led team. Those really special teams who do something special are, teams where players, are able to set the standards and hold each other accountable. So that's just taken an even bigger role for us. We already had that coming into the year, but, it's definitely taken on a bigger role. And I feel like that's just been able to help us. And then, like you said, we're growing closer than we already were. And, we're just able to go out there every single night and fight for each other.
Marcus, the offense has really been hot, and Tyrese got his shot back. what do you think has led to the offense flowing as well as it has?
Us just playing the way we want to play. It starts with us on defense and getting stops, and then we're able to, get out and run or force turnovers and get easy baskets, get everybody feeling good, and then, just playing with each other, trusting each other. That's a big thing, just playing with trust, knowing that, when we move the ball, other guys are going to get it back, screen for each other, it's going to come back to you. So I feel like we're just getting into a good groove where, we know where each other's spots are, we trust each other, and it's fun playing out there with these guys.
Coach Beard is known as an intense, even intimidating guy, maybe even to play for, I don't know. But given that quality and the way Coach Rodney Terry's personality is, in a way, is it a more relaxed thing that takes some pressure off this team?
I wouldn't consider it a relaxed mentality on the team. We're all still very on edge to get the next win. Each practice is extremely competitive. Each game we're ready to go compete. Different is a better word, but not relaxed by any means. Different. It's unprecedented, where we're at right now with Coach Terry coming in, but it's just different, and it's been a lot of fun to play for Coach Terry.
Marcus, do you have a comment on that?
I'll just reiterate what Brock said. Yeah, it's just different. We still have urgency. We still, understand what we need to get done. Like you said, it's not a relaxed feeling at all. We have a culture here, and that culture is, it's going to stay. So we still have the same mentality each and every day.
Jim, go ahead. You were joking a few minutes ago about the years you guys have, and you were also talking about trying to advise the younger players in this change. What kind of concerns do they bring to you guys? How upsetting was it for the young guys on this team who maybe just got on campus, they've only been here?
It was upsetting for the young guys being 17, 18, 19-year-olds that chose the University of Texas to come play for Coach Beard. Was an extremely difficult situation for them, and them asking the older guys how to handle it. We had to reiterate, you can control what you can control. You go in, you have your best day of practice. We are there for them. The coaches are there for them, and just put good days on top of good days to help move through this.
Ross.
Marcus, you guys, no matter how difficult it became, kept going to the basket, trying to score at Oklahoma State, even though they were blocking shots. Was that the plan, the strategy, or was it just nobody's making enough jump shots and the best way to drive?
Well, we're a team that wants to get to the paint. We want to try and own the paint every single game, no matter if we're shooting well or not. When we get to the paint, we're a successful team, and our numbers show that. Whether we're shooting outside jump shots or shooting shots in the paint, if we get to the paint, we're going to shoot a better percentage. Oak State, they have, great length and athleticism, so they were able to, affect and block a ton of our shots. But, we still wanted to keep our aggression. One of their main shot blockers was out. He wasn't playing that game. So, we still just wanted to have the same mentality of getting to the paint. That's where, we succeed and where we thrive.
Jeff, go ahead.
Timmy, kind of piggyback on that. What did it feel like just on the court to not have CV there for a big chunk of the K-State game, and how huge was it for you guys to get him back on Saturday?
Yeah, he's big for us. He's our big bruiser down there. He makes a lot of plays on the defensive end, just cleans up a lot of our mistakes for us. I thought he had a big impact at Oklahoma State. Just being there defensively, making plays around the rim, always being there for his teammates. He's a guy that we all just bounce off of and reciprocate his energy, and he gives us a lot of it. So it was good to have him back, and it wasn't good to see him go down against K-State. So we're glad to have him back.
Corey, go ahead.
I guess for all y'all, having that team that's just so experienced, what is it like going in a gauntlet with the Big 12 and having that experience and knowing what you have to bring to the table?
We kind of lean on Brock, throw my age out there. He's been playing in this league for a little minute, so we kind of just look to him. But this is our second year, me and Timmy in here, and Brock's obviously been here for a while. So, just leaning on him, and then especially guys like Coach Terry, who's been in this league for multiple years before this stint as well, and knowing how tough it is to, get in this league and get wins. It's a grind every night. Coach emphasizes that, especially this month, it's a grind. And, we're constantly trying to get better, just like every other team in this conference, and just set us up for success later on.
Timmy, then Brock.
Go ahead.
We gotta get 3 mics, Scotty. I don't know what we're doing. Yeah, being an older team, you just use that experience to help you. Tell about playing at different spots, advantages, about how to take care of your body in a long season within the Big 12, and just little 1% stuff to get better each day.
Just try to use our knowledge that we've gained from playing so many games down the stretch here. Try to lean on guys like Brock and Marcus. That's it, really.
Adam, go ahead. Talk about the young guys, but I'm curious, the old guys, you veterans, what was the toughest part of the last month for the veterans, you guys, each of you?
I would say the toughest thing about, just being a leader. Obviously, we were looked to in that role no matter what for the whole season, but just, when Coach went down, or we found out we weren't going to be, with Coach, it was really just on us to be, everyday guys. Coach Terry always talks about being everyday guys, and that's how, develop good habits, and then, your habits just become what you do. And then, you're not really working on it anymore. It just becomes who you are. So, for us, just keeping that consistency, being a leader every single day. Like you said, the young guys are looking to us, and even some of the guys who aren't young guys, but just our teammates, looking to you, see how you're handling everything every single day. So just want to come out with the same mentality, the same work ethic, and just try to get better every day.
Bob, go ahead.
Brock, is there resentment, anger toward Chris? How do you describe what you guys feel toward this whole situation?
I can only speak for myself, but there's no resentment towards Coach Beard. An event happened, and now he's no longer with us, and that's the bare bones of it. We're trying to go win games, and all of my focus and attention is going into that day, that practice, and that next game, so no resentment.
And for you two guys, this is going to follow you the rest of the year. I mean, there'll be questions when you go on the road. You'll hear it. When you get to the NCAA tournament, there'll be national writers wanting to talk about it. How do you deal with that? How do you process knowing this is going to follow you around for the next 2-3 months?
We're Texas. We're supposed to be used to the noise. Road games, it's crazy everywhere we go. It's just going to be another thing. Hone in, control, we control, and stick to the game plan.
Yeah, pretty much what Timmy said. Control what we can control. It's not really, up to us. It is what it is. What happened happened. But like Brock said, we're really just focused on getting better every single day and trying to win every single game.
Did you see Rodney kind of evolve as the acting head coach? Like initially, he's probably trying to counsel you guys and be your therapist, and then obviously last week you have this defensive boot camp practice. Are you seeing him evolve?
He's not trying to be our therapist. He's trying to be our coach, and he's doing a great job. If there's one person I know is ready for this, is RT. He's coached at a high level, head coach at multiple colleges. I done chopped it up with him about 100 stories about 100 different pros he done coached. So if there's one man I'm happy he's coaching me, it's RT. And you got to shift from an assistant to a head coaching role, but he did it flawlessly. Came in the next day and was ready to go, and he's not looking for anybody to feel sorry for us either. He knows we got a job to do, and he knows the approach to attack it with, so we ride with him.
Joe, last one. For any of y'all have to defend him in practice. What makes Jabari's shot fake so effective?
Jabari.
Has he gotten y'all before in practice?
What? Everybody. Jabari has the best shot fake. I might go on the record and say the history of basketball. Everybody, you can scout it. You can know it's coming. We're in the games. The benches are screaming shot fake, and they're still going for it. So we haven't come up with a formula, and even if we did, we wouldn't really release it. It's working, so we like that.